Warming bracket!
What's going on, everyone? So welcome to my latest video. This is, of course, my review for Dexter New Blood, which takes place 10 years after the events of Dexter, which came out in 2013. It's on Showtime, 10 episodes. This is the show I watch week to week, and I do apologize in advance for, obviously reviewing this quite late. This will obviously be spoiler-free, but the reason for it is actually because of this guy. Hey, Dexter. Obviously, his name's Dexter. I named him after the show with my fiance, and we actually got him for Christmas. I got him for Christmas for my fiance. And then on top of that, what happened was we were moving in early January. So get this. So literally the day that the show was obviously wrapping up the finale, what happened was it dropped on midnight. So I watched it. And then literally later on that day, we were moving and everything. So I didn't get a chance to review until now. And I figured, why not have Dexter, literally the puppy that we named him after the show from, have him on here. Yes, he does have a dark passenger, in case you guys are wondering. But anyways, Dexter New Blood, I know a lot of people online in particular that just really don't like the way that the show ended, and I'll address that. Dexter, why are you being so wild? Here, I gotta calm him down, guys. 1 second. All right. Anyways, so I know a lot of people that weren't a big fan of the finale originally, and then also the finale, honestly, of Dexter New Blood, and I'll address that in a second, but what I wanted to emphasize about the show is that I quite liked it. It's a different feel to the original Dexter. That goes in terms of the tone. There are some tongue-in-cheek moments, which, don't get me wrong, there were some in the original show for sure, but it feels a bit different. It feels more like Fargo-esque, like the TV show and the movie. And I liked that. I thought that that was really something that kind of added to it, and especially with the characterization of these characters. These are characters that also feel stripped from, Fargo. And I mean that in the best of ways. I love the TV show Fargo and the movie Fargo. So just kind of seeing, a different setting represent, different forms of characters and everything. I liked it. And with the different setting, it's a huge contrast to Miami. There are a lot of juxtapositions in this show compared to the original. And that's something that, if you are a diehard fan of the original, you might not like the changes. It might be something that you have to get used to. But for me, I was able to get used to it pretty much right away. And the reason for that is because it was something that each episode I found myself really getting immersed further and further into this world. I really liked the different aspect ratio compared to the original show. I liked the different lighting, the different usage of color. It just has a more cold feel to it, which makes sense considering the main character is trying to be away from civilization. That's why he's in a town with only a couple thousand people versus Miami, millions of people. So it's really something that I personally was able to really appreciate, and it really set up, honestly, what we were coming to expect, which is, again, that question of Dexter. Is he someone that is redeemable? Is he someone that is able to be loved? Can you love? These are questions that, honestly, with the addition of Harrison, I think that the show kind of answers, at least gives it enough to where audience members are able to come to their own conclusions. And I quite enjoyed that, personally. The dynamics between Harrison and Dexter was quite interesting. I liked how a lot of times they were at odds, but at the same time, there were moments of they had an understanding. These are two people that have, a broken past. And honestly, I think that their pasts, where they don't really want to talk about it, they're actual real people and obviously real life where they don't really want to talk about the past, or they have a difficult time to doing so. But they also know that they probably are going to have to, because when you don't talk about the past, honestly, self-reflection is very important. So when you don't talk about the past, the present and the future, honestly, it's going to be a lot harder for you. And I like how the show kind of tackles that as well. Now, another thing I want to talk about is the villain. Not going to spoil who the villain is. I think it's episode 3 or 4 where they reveal who he is. But I will say this, the villain I quite liked. I thought the villain was someone that really, really honestly became one of my favorite villains of the show. I mean, as a whole. By the show, I mean, including the other 8 seasons. I think that it's really quite fascinating with what he does and, how he does it. And honestly, it goes in more in line with, the ideas of power and how, power, a lot of times that there's, corruption in addition to corruption. A lot of times there's an abuse of power. And I think that this show tackling that was something that I personally really appreciated. Acting's great. As I mentioned, Dexter and Harrison, these two actors that play them, I forget the actor who plays Harrison, but Michael C. Hall, he honestly is someone that is just an incredible actor. Between 6 Feet Under and Dexter, he's just an amazing actor. And I really liked how he was able to fit the shoes of Dexter Morgan with ease going into it 10 years later. Oh, technically 8 years after, filming the last episode of Dexter 2013. But it's just great to see him back on screen, honestly. And he does such a great job. He really, really knows how to honestly emphasize all the details of the character of Dexter. How, Dexter is someone that constantly has to try to hide his emotions, but at the same time, through, narration and other methods, he's able to really kind of emphasize to us as the audience that there are other things going on in his mind that we know, but people outside of that don't. So I really liked that. Other thing I wanted to mention is that I got to talk about the elephant in the room. I personally liked the finale of Dexter New Blood, but I say that as someone that also liked the finale of Dexter 2013. And I dare say the finale of Dexter 2013, I actually like a lot better. I'm the one person, and you can check out, honestly, when I went on a live stream, I'm someone that literally said with the finale of Dexter, I kind of don't want a Dexter New Blood. I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm very curious about it, but I liked that feeling of just the character literally getting almost like beat up for his actions and everything. For me, it felt like a punishment that was honestly very interesting. But I know a lot of people that don't like that, like a lot of people. But I thought that was something that was fascinating. And you guys can hear my thoughts further on, again, my live stream. But I liked that. I think here, it's something that was kind of trying to fulfill what the audiences wanted. But it kind of backfired because it went a little too fast with like the last 15, 20 minutes of the finale of Dexter New Blood. And it's something that when people tell me that, I get what they mean because I can't fully disagree with that. I really can't. But I did like the outcome overall, even if I do have issues with the finale. Like, it's not a perfect finale by any means, but it is a finale that I thought was interesting. And it also just kind of, for me, kind of confirms that there's no real end game as to like what would make fans happy when it came to Dexter, honestly. Like, there are a lot of people I know that really wanted there to be like multiple seasons. I was not one of those people, which is one of the reasons why I was happy about how they ended this series. But again, it's a limited series, but I was like, okay, are they going to? So when they didn't, and when how they ended it a certain way, I liked it. But I know a lot of people that didn't. So like having it where you want more, but then it's like you know that you can't get more because of how something ends. I feel like that's a lot of people also what kind of disappointed them. But again, I also know that a lot of people didn't like the way that it was kind of like sped up the last 15, 20 minutes, like how it was very fast. And a lot of people would argue rush it. And I get where they're coming from, but I'm railing at this point. I understand why people don't like the finale to an extent, but again, I personally liked it. Is this a show I'll revisit? I think I might. Did I love it? No, but I consistently was engaged. It was something I look forward to watching week to week. And yeah, I personally liked it. It's really good filmmaking. Michael C. Hall's back. It's great stuff. Not perfect again, but it is something I would definitely recommend. And Dexter New Blood, for me personally, will be getting a... But yeah, guys, that's my spoiler-free thoughts. If you guys want to talk spoilers, comment section down below. I'd be more than happy. I don't like talking spoilers in my reviews. I try to be as vague as possible because, again, last thing anyone wants is spoilers. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on Dexter New Blood. Let's talk down below. What was your favorite part about this season? What was your least favorite? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, with the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.